Hello everyone, myself Aswin Philip. I am faculty of Political Science and International Relations Optional. Today I am here with something interesting. For any subject in UPSC, that is in UPSC mains, the marks goes to write better answers, you need to have a clarity and remembering of key concepts for any subjects. Be it optional, GS subjects, clarity and key concepts, you have to write it in that time period, time limit. It's a challenge. So today I am here with a topic from Political Science and International Relations Optional. Now this topic is very important with regard to UPSC mains, because every year there is a question in political science from this topic. And what is unique is this topic is in a textbook. But today I am going to narrate this topic in a story format, because this clarity and this remembering of key concepts in that exam time will only come if you understand the topic completely. Not just passive reading, but if you understand the topic through a story mode. So, let's get started. 1945. What is the significance of 1945? One significance that comes to our mind is the end of the World War. It was the end of World War II. A significant event that happened in 1945, end of World War II. As you know, World War II, like World War I, was devastative. A man called Hitler tried to invade all the regions, lot of casualties. So in the year 1945, the world was devastated, especially the European continent. So for every society which is devastated, there will be rebuilding. Likewise, after 1945, every leaders in the world, they thought about, let us rebuild the society. Let us set up a meeting. So there were many conferences post the World War II for rebuilding from World War II, rebuilding the society from World War II. And in these conferences, political scientists were not invited. Political science is a subject which deals with government, which deals with decision making, governance. But can you believe it? They were not invited. Economists were invited, sociologists were invited, political scientists were not invited. What was the reason? The reason was these leaders told the political scientists that you could not prevent the World War II. The subject matter of your subject, that is political science, the subject matter, that is the political theory is the concepts. What all is there in political science? The concepts, that is political theory. The subject matter of political theory is abstract. You are not at all practical. The political theory, they were complaining, political theory, all the theories that you are learning are armchair theories. Armchair theories. This was the complaint given by the leaders the reason for not inviting political scientists in the post-World War II reconstruction, because your subject, that is political theory, the subject matter deals with armchair theories. What is armchair theories? Armchair. When you become old, you lie in an armchair, and what do? You think all these abstract ideas. Very idealistic. Not at all grounded, not at all practical. The subject matter of your theory, political theory, it's very idealistic, very abstract. It is not at all connected to the reality. That is why you could not prevent the World War II. That is why you could not prevent the World War II. So, when this was heard by political scientists, it was throwing cold water on their face. Someone throwing cold water on their face. That suddenly they thought that many are questioning the relevance of political science. So that is when the political scientists around the world, especially a person called David Easton, he, along with other political scientists, initiated a movement in political science which is called behavioralism. Behavioralism. So why this emerged? This is the context. Let us study the behavior of the people. Enough of this abstract ideas. Let us actually study the behavior of the people. So the key words with regard to this movement is study the actual behavior of the people. Let us understand the behavior. We could not understand the behavior of Hitler. That is why we did not make any efforts to prevent the World War II. So, now onwards, let us study the behavior of the people, the political behavior of the people. So, how will you study the behavior of the people? Through observation. You observe, you verify. When you observe and verify, you get repeated patterns of observation. These repeated patterns of observation lead to inferences. See the words I am using: observation, verification, repeated patterns of observation, inferences, facts. Facts. Let us study the facts. What is facts? You observe the reality, then you report it as it is. No need of your opinion or judgment. Facts. Facts is important, more important than values. Before behavioralism, political science gave importance to values. Values means there is a standard of what is right, what is wrong. You measure the degree of importance of something in terms of its rightness and wrongness. That is values. So this dominated this dominated before behavioralism. Values, we were so much, political scientists were so much influenced by values. For example, one armchair theory is Plato's philosopher king. What is Plato's philosopher king? Philosophers should rule the world. I mean, is it practical? Why philosophers should rule the world? Because they have wisdom. So these are all, these theories, in all these theories, importance is given to values, not the practical things. Values, philosophers, rule of philosophers is good. It is the best. It is the right thing because they have wisdom. So ignore the values, let us only focus on facts. So during this period, during behavioralism, facts was given importance, quantitative methods was given importance, political science, normally politics is an art, but this science word got attached to politics. It happened during this time. Political science became scientific, it became a pure science, or it wanted to become a pure science. It took the help of quantitative methods. Obviously, when you talk about science, empirical observation, quantitative methods was given importance during this behavioralism. So using quantitative methods, lot of studies related to elections emerged during this period. Election studies emerged. So the discipline of political science became truly scientific during this period. Okay, so everything went well. Political science became scientific. Let's fast forward 1945. After 1945, this movement emerged. 50s was okay. 60s, 1960s, there was a lot of injustices happening in the world. I'll take one injustice which was happening. Vietnam War. Vietnam War. That was between the Vietnamese and the Americans. It was part of the Cold War. Vietnam War, nuclear weapons, many issues were emerging in 1960s. Since political science was influenced by behavioralism, by this quantitative methods, by this science, by the scientific tools, political science found it difficult to take a stand on the justness of this Vietnam War on nuclear weapons. They could not take a stand because there is no importance to values. Facts are important. You just see what is there in the reality and just report it. That's it. No need of any opinion, no need of any what is right, what is wrong. No. Due to this, political scientists could not take a stand on Vietnam War. If you look at Vietnam War, there was this theory called head count theory. Head count theory, where USA, who was a major participant in this war, they used to measure the progress of USA in the Vietnam War. They used to measure it in terms of the number of persons who were killed, number of heads who were killed, number of persons who were killed which is known as the heads, number of, they calculated their progress in the Vietnam War based on the number of dead bodies, the heads. So looking from a behavioralist perspective, I know behavioralism believes in facts, figures. Behavioralist will say that yes, USA is winning the war because more number of casualties, USA is able to kill more number of Vietnamese. So purely from a data point of view, from a number point of view, as per the head count theory, USA is winning the war. But is USA morally winning the war? Is this war just? See, in these persons who are killed, there might be unarmed civilians, women, children. They are also counted as part of this head count theory. Is it truly just? Is USA really winning the war? As per the head count theory, they are winning the war. But morally, USA was losing the war because they were killing many unarmed civilians. This aspect was not able, the behavioralist could not answer this, not making political science relevant to the problems of the world. We are just cramming facts. We are just doing some research based on figures, mad numbers and figures. What is the duty of political science, which is a subject in the humanities? We need to take a stand on the rightness and the wrongness. So that is when David Easton again emerged in scene. David Easton, he initiated a movement that is post-behavioralism. Post-behavioralism. Enough is enough. Let us give importance to both facts and values. Importance to both facts and values. Yes, we will be observing. Our research will be based on observation. We will give focus to facts, figures. At the same time, we will also take a stand whether it is right or wrong. We will not be immune to the injustices in the world. That is post-behavioralism. It is an improvement over the behavioralist movement. So this emerged in the late 1960s. Post-behavioralism is more prescriptive in nature. Prescriptive in nature. Prescriptive means you are taking a stand. You are judging whether it is right or whether it is wrong. Political science became truly accommodative with the emergence of post-behavioralism. Accommodative in the sense they took up issues from the feminist movements, especially the radical feminist. They took up issues related to the LGBTQ movements. They took up issues with regard to environmental movements. They started taking a stand in the society. So the two key words with regard to post-behavioralism is relevance and action. You are making political science relevant to the society. You are not just using all these quantitative techniques without any purpose. You are using it for a purpose to make it relevant. And political science became an action-oriented science. That is the duty of a humanities subject like political science, where you need to take a stand on the rightness and the wrongness. So this is a debate, that is the transition from behavioralism to post-behavioralism is one of the most important debates in the discipline of political science and international relations. When you study this in textbooks, you might study it passively. Now, Vietnam War. So when you read this when you read a textbook regarding behavioralism and post-behavioralism, all these are mentioned, but it is mentioned it has been summarized. For example, behavioralism. After behavioralism, in textbooks it is mentioned that political science could not take a stand on the injustices of the society. It's just mentioned like that. But as a student, you need to look at what injustices. One injustice is Vietnam War. And political science, due to the influence of behavioralism, could not take a stand on Vietnam War. So when you study any topic in such a story format, now I have from 1945 to 1971, that is a time period of this debate. I have narrated to you in a story way. Now you know some keywords: armchair theories, behavioralism. Armchair theories led to behavioralism. Behavioralism, what is behavioralism? Studying the behavior of the people. Facts are important. Quantitative methods. Lot of election studies. But behavioralism could not take a stand on the injustice that was happening in the world, that is the Vietnam War. They only looked the Vietnam War from the head count perspective, that is the number of persons who were killed. USA was winning, but they could not take a moral stand. USA was losing morally despite killing a lot of Vietnamese. That is when David Easton understood that political science should take a stand. There emerged post-behavioralism, which gives importance to facts and values, and it makes political science relevant and action oriented. This is the way you have to study. If you study in such a manner, in a story format, you will get clarity. You can easily identify the keywords because it is in a story format. And this will help you to remember these keywords and the concept in that limited time period in the exam. So this is a very important topic in political science. If you look at some previous year questions, every year there is questions from this debate, that is the debate from behavioralism to post-behavioralism. Some of the questions are decline of political theory. As you can see from the slide, the period before behavioralism is the first phase of decline. That is the period where the political scientists were not called for the post-World War II reconstruction conferences. This period, you have to write this period. This is the first phase of decline. The second phase of decline was after behavioralism. Political science could not take a stand on the injustices in the world, that is the Vietnam War. This is the second phase of decline. Second phase of decline of political theory. So you just need to write this aspect and this aspect in this answer. Decline of political theory. Similarly, resurgence of political theory. After every decline, there is a resurgence. So after the first phase of decline, political science had a resurgence in the form of behavioralism. After the second phase of decline, political science had a resurgence in the form of post-behavioralism. So you need to mention the features of behavioralism and post-behavioralism. And similarly, what is behavioralism? Comment. So this is an area, if you study in a story format, if you continuously reflect upon what you study, because political science can only be studied if you ground it with the practical reality rather than studying it passively. Fine. So hope you all understood this very important debate in PSIR. So thank you. I'll be coming up with more videos. Thank you so much.
Lead IAS, crafted by the toppers.